Hey Queens, it's your friend Pili and welcome to another episode of Fast Track to That Girl, podcast where we get real about entrepreneurship mindset and living the life of our dreams. Today we're diving into something I know we all struggle from time to time, confidence. But not just any confidence, the kind that comes with embracing the entrepreneurial mindset. Because trust me Queens, it's a game changer. By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 solid strategies to help you build unshakable confidence and take bolder steps towards your goals. So grab something to drink, get cozy, and let's dive in. We've got this, and I'm here to remind you of just how powerful you really are. Okay, girl. I am literally sitting in the same room I always record from my cozy little spot in our Bali villa. I just love this space so much because it feels like we're having one of those late night bestie catch-ups. Like I'm here sitting with my cup of tea and you're right here with me and ready to have some serious girl talk. So let's get into it. Now, let me take you back to just 5 years ago. Dano, my partner, and I had just started traveling and created a whole IG travel page at Pili and Dano. We were focused on travel content, couple goals, and all that fun stuff. But last year, everything shifted. We stopped traveling and started focusing more on our businesses. And let me tell you, girl, that is when my confidence took a serious hit. We were trying new content, but it wasn't really working. The engagement just wasn't there, and it was so overwhelming. I started comparing myself to everyone else on the internet, and I could feel my confidence draining day by day. It was one of the hardest moments I faced as a creator. I needed time to step back and reflect on what I wanted. That's when I realized what I truly wanted was to start this podcast. I wanted to create something that felt right, something that could inspire other women who were also navigating the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and mindset. And that is when my confidence came back. So the lesson here, it wasn't about changing my content. It was really about shifting my mindset. Instead of comparing myself to others, I had to remind myself that I have so much experience in entrepreneurship and mindset and going after my dreams. And that's what I'm here to share with you today. Let's start with one of the biggest confidence killers, self-doubt. We all deal with it, right? It's that voice in your head that tells you, you're not good enough, or who do you think you are to do this? Well, here's the trick. When that voice pops up, you need to flip the script. Instead of focusing on what you think you can't do, remind yourself of what you have done. Journal your wins, whether it's starting a business or acing a workout or getting through a tough day, you're doing more than you give yourself credit for. Self-doubt won't stand a chance when you start focusing on your progress. Now, here's something we don't talk about enough. Failure. Every entrepreneur I know, including myself, has faced rejection, setbacks, and days when it feels like nothing is working. But the key is to embrace those moments because there is where the real growth happens. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? When Dana and I were struggling with our content, instead of letting it defeat us, we had to change our perspective. I had to change my perspective. I learned to adapt and to figure out what really mattered to me. That's when I found the clarity to launch this podcast. Resilience is about using setbacks as stepping stones. Lastly, let's talk about everyday things that you can do to keep your confidence high. For me, it's all about having a morning routine. I start with affirmations in front of the mirror, and I remind myself of how capable and how powerful I really am. I remind myself that I'm capable, I'm powerful, and that I've got this. It might sound cheesy, I know, but it works. I also incorporate movement into my day, whether it's boxing, strength training, or playing paddle, which I'm totally new and obsessed with, by the way. But it really clears my mind and helps keep me grounded. Confidence isn't just a mental game. It's about how you feel in your body too. So let's quickly recap these 3 mindset shifts that will fast track your confidence. Number 1, silence self-doubt by focusing on your wins and what you've already accomplished. Number 2, build resilience by embracing setbacks and seeing them as opportunities. Number 2, build resilience by embracing setbacks and seeing them as opportunities to learn. And number 3, create daily rituals like affirmations and movement to keep your confidence levels high. Now, here's my challenge for you this week. Every time you feel like that self-doubt is creeping in, I want you to pause. Flip the script and remind yourself of everything you've achieved so far. You've got this, girl. I know you do. Thank you so much for joining me on Fast Track to That Girl today. If this episode gave you a little boost, don't forget to subscribe and to share with your besties. And before we go, I want you to remember that I believe in you and I know you've got everything inside of you to create the life you want. I can't wait to hang out again on the next episode. Until then, keep shining, keep chasing those dreams, and don't forget, we're in this together.